Hi, my name is Jen Mark and I'm with Dynamic Living Sports Medicine Clinic and Personal Training Studio. Today is the first episode of the series on strengthening for the body. And today we're starting with shoulder stability. So if you're experiencing any shoulder pain or looking to avoid any shoulder pain, these are some great exercises to help with the stability of the shoulder. Before we get started, I want to make sure that you have cleared with your doctor that you are able to exercise without harm. And if you're experiencing any shoulder pain or shoulder injuries right now, that you consult with your athletic therapist on these exercises. If you feel any discomfort or pain, sharp pain in these exercises, that you stop and consult your athletic therapist from there also. So to start today, the most important thing that we need to know is how to set your shoulders. So if I turn around, you'll see my shoulder blades here. If I'm nice and relaxed with my shoulders forward, my shoulder blades are sticking out. I need to flatten my shoulder blades into the rib cage and lift the points of my shoulders up just a little bit. So again, that's me being relaxed, flatten my shoulder blade against my rib cage, and then lifting up just a little bit. So that's my good posture, and that's my shoulders being set. So when I refer to setting your shoulders, that's what we're looking for. So often we get shoulder pain because we're overusing the muscles in the back of the neck and not using the muscles that come out into the shoulder. So to start, we're going to do shrugs. So again, we're starting with setting the shoulder blades, lifting up our shoulders a little bit, and then with the shrug, you're lifting up the point of the shoulder to the tip of the ear. So setting my shoulder and shrugging up, straight up and back down again. What we don't want is when you're setting, when you lift, you're not coming forward. You're going to come straight up, just as far as that shoulder will take you. You're not coming up towards your ear. So that's the first exercise. You can start off with 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and you can go up to whatever you can do as long as you can maintain that form of staying nice and flat against your shoulder blade and coming up towards your ear. I'll show you from behind one more time. Setting the shoulder blade, lifting up a little to prepare, and then doing your shrug. Okay, so now that we know how to set the shoulder and we've got our shoulders activated, the one exercise that I really like to do that encourages the whole shoulder complex to work is called draw the sword, okay? It's very similar to the same movement that you do with a snatch. You want your resistance band, which you can get in any, quite a few fitness supply stores. So feet are just underneath your hips, okay? And you want enough band that you can get all the way up to the top, okay? So the shorter the band, the more resistance you're going to have. The longer you have your band, the less resistance you're going to have. You're going to choose your band resistance depending on the amount of pain that you have and how much you can tolerate with good form, okay? So you're going to start with just a quarter squat from here. If you're using the right shoulder, you're going to cross your arm to the left knee, and as you stand up, you're going to lengthen your arm, okay? You're going to extend your shoulder. So nice quarter squat with your knees in line with your second toe, sitting back a little bit so I can still see my toes. And as I come up, my hand is going to cross in front of my face. Okay, I'm keeping my elbow nice and straight, so I'm coming up. And it's a bit of a quick movement because as my legs extend, so does my shoulder. As long as we have a nice diagonal movement of the right arm going in front of my face and coming into full extension, I'm using the entire shoulder and not just one muscle group. Okay, so for our last exercise today, it's a very important exercise and it's commonly used with shoulder injuries. It's commonly used to help maintain a strong shoulder. So it's called external rotations, which is simply just externally rotating the shoulder within its joint. So the humerus within its joint is just externally rotating. Okay, so we take our TheraBand again that we used before, and again the same principles apply. We're going to set our shoulders. So if I turn around, you'll have our shoulders will be flat against our rib cage and up a little bit. Okay, so that's how we're setting the shoulders to start with. Your elbows are going to be underneath your shoulders or even just a touch in front. The more resistance you have, the harder it's going to be, okay? So the more closer your hands are together, you're going to have a harder time bringing your hands apart. So sometimes what I like to get is people to have them a little further apart so that they have more range of motion. Okay, we never want to stop the range of motion from what we're getting within the joint. So we're just going to have our hands from here, okay? And we're just externally rotating that shoulder and back together again. Key points: it's important to keep the elbow tucked into the side of your body. I don't want this motion, okay? We're working the rotator cuff. They're not lifting muscles. The two in the back here are just externally rotating the shoulder. Okay, so you're going to squeeze your elbows in, have your shoulders set, and opening your hands away from each other and back in again. I just want to show you what it's like in the back. So again, we have our shoulders set and up. As I open my hands up, I don't want to squeeze my shoulder blades together. I'm keeping them set right where they were. So as I'm externally rotating my shoulder blades don't squeeze together. So that's all the information we have for today. I hope you enjoyed our first episode in the series. These exercises are meant for strengthening any shoulder issues that you may have, and also used as a preventative as part of your everyday exercise routine to prevent any overuse shoulder injuries that may occur during sport or while at work. If you would like more information, please contact the information below on the screen at www.dynamicliving.me or 647-351-2649. And we'll see you next time.